Hmm. So this is the last question of this series, the last video of this series, and it is probably the most important question that you would ask yourself, like, why should you get into Web3? Um, it's one thing to understand what Web3 is and where the industry will go, and it's another thing to understand whether it's an industry that is for you or not. So it's a very subjective thing, and whether you should join Web3 or not, it depends entirely on you. Like, you know enough about Web3 now, you should know enough about yourself, and then you can put that together and see if Web3 is an industry where uh, you know you can do something or not, or whether it fundamentally suits you or not. So at the end of the day, it's your choice. What I can tell you is that there are multiple, like, of all reasons that people get into Web3. Um, there are mainly like two basic reasons, or two mentalities, if I were to put it. Uh, First is making lots of money, which is generally the casino mentality. People want to make a lot of money very quick. Doesn't really go well. It's a short-term thinking thing. Most of the time, people end up losing uh, more money. So there are very few instances where people end up making a lot of money, by doing some things that might be questionable. But yeah, the second category is people who actually get into the industry with the mindset of doing something innovative, doing something disruptive, and who want to add some kind of value to the world. This is mostly the computer or the technology side of the industry, and you are actually doing something that has substance, or actually trying to do something that has substance. I would say best is if you can achieve former by doing the latter. So I would recommend that you would get into the industry, understand it from basics, and try to do something that is actually worthwhile and adds value to the industry, to the world. And in the long term, if you do that, in the long term, you would end up making money. So yeah, that's my suggestion. Some general things like what you can do: just build an understanding of the industry, look for the opportunities, see where your specific skills can benefit the industry. If you're a marketing person, if you're a developer, if you're an entrepreneur, whatever your specific skill set is, if you are an investor, or whatever you are doing, whatever your forte is, see how you can add value to the Web3 industry using your skills, and see how you can, it's a two-way relationship. You add value to the industry, industry will create value, and give value to you. So you do that, you build useful stuff that is actually solving some problem that is actually worthwhile, and in that process you create wealth for yourself and for other people. Some tips before we wrap this up, like, always choose signal over noise, substance over hype. This is the long term thinking. Short term thinking doesn't really work in this industry. This is very volatile, so short term thinking will burn you out very quickly. So prefer long term thinking and choosing things that have substance associated with them, and like, test the waters before diving deep. Get yourself familiar with the industry, talk to people who are already there, see how the industry dynamics is, what are the problems people from this industry are facing. Try talking to people, getting an understanding of all of this, and then gradually, like, enter fully into the industry so that you are more mentally prepared and maybe financially as well. So yeah, and last but not the least, build a good support system, because it's a very nascent industry. You will be facing or tackling problems that are very novel in nature. Nobody in your circle might have faced or tried their hand at those kind of problems. So you would need a support system of people who can actually understand the kind of problem you might be facing. uh, whether they can help you solve it or not, that is a different thing. But yeah, having people who can understand the kind of problems you are facing and help you out with in solving it, that is really an important part. And lastly, this is a great article by this guy John Crab. It is like he documents his experience of working in the DeFi industry, and it is very beautifully written. He has captured the entire experience very uh, in a very good way, and he has written it specifically for the DeFi sector, because I think he worked on a DeFi application, but the article itself is applicable to the industry as a whole, in my opinion. So do take out 10 to 11 minutes of your time and read through this article to get a feel of what it's like to work in this industry. So that wraps up this series. Thanks for watching if you are here up until now. Really appreciate you taking out the time and watch the entire series. General disclaimer, you might be irritated by this now, but yeah, avoid scammers in the comment section. I hope you learned something new. You if you really found the videos helpful, uh, I would request you to like each video so that the algorithm knows that people are appreciating this video, and algorithm will push it more and more to other people who might find it relevant. You can always drop your suggestions in the comments, or let me know a topic that you'd like to know more about. Hopefully I'll get the time to create content on that. I'm always a little short on time and mind space, so content creation in itself, it's it's an intensive thing. So yeah, but don't let that discourage you from sharing what you want to know. uh, if enough people want to know about something, I'll definitely take out the time and try to make something around it. And yeah, share the series with people who you think might find this series relevant and helpful. And yeah, thanks for watching.